Hey guys, thanks for checking back in. Got this beautiful 1988 one owner IROC. Came in for paint correction and ceramic coating. So let me show you the car. One of my buddies just picked it up and real happy with it. Got it from a one owner guy. He put the Hawks 17-inch IROC replicas on it. But other than that, car's completely stock. Came with the stock louvers. Has Lexan T-tops, not glass, very rare. And has this nice red interior in it. It's got 40,000 original miles on it. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. See if I can zoom in there. But yeah, real nice car. Definitely did well. Got it from an older guy. But yeah, we're gonna do a paint correction. It's tough to see here. Got some marks and swirl marks, and we're just gonna clean it up, compound, polish it, and then install the ceramic coating. The car's in mint shape. Definitely don't see them like this very often. But let me get set up and then we'll get started. So the first thing we're going to do is do like a light compound on the car. So this is a microfiber compounding pad. I get it from McGuire's. The machine is a Roops. It's a 21. And this is what they call like a heavy compound, McGuire's 100. So 100. It's a thick compound. And takes out a lot of the light swirls and medium scratches. So I usually just do like 4 or 5 little dots, and you pick like a 2x2 area. So let's get at it. So I just did this little square, about a 2x2 square right here. I'm going to try to show you the difference of what it looks like to the left of that versus what I just did. Let me see if I can get a good shot of that. I don't know if you can kind of see some of the imperfections. It's tough to see the swirl marks on this camera lens. It's really hard to capture it on this. See if I can zoom out instead. You can see something kind of like right here, but then over here, it's crystal clear. So that compounding really gets out the light, thin scratches. And just gives it a nice, like a nice deep, clear area as opposed to the swirl marks. So I'm gonna go and do that around the whole entire car. So here we go. I think here you guys could probably see the difference. You get all those swirl marks, and then you don't. Nice and clear, clarity. And then over here, a lot of swirls. So this process we're doing now is actually getting rid of all those light swirls and light medium scratches, and then that's the result. There you got nothing. That's just a little residue up there of compound, but crystal clear. And so that's a big difference. Yeah, so that's the compounding process. I think you're on the car a little bit just so you can see some of the, it's tough to tell the difference in this camera. I mean, it's very, very clear. This back hatch was an issue. It definitely came out as best as possible. There's a couple little marks you can see, in person up close. This as well, but this is, can't really dig into this. This is a fiberglass really. And then the bumper, it's got a little spider crack here that I can kind of see on an angle, where I can't really do anything about that because that's kind of in the clear. But all in all, definitely came out a lot better. Some of this cloudiness will come out with the polishing. When doing like an older paint, sometimes the compound will get locked up. Happens to me a lot on the older cars. But you'll see that'll come out new. So definitely looking really nice. And that's just the compound. So that's not even a polish yet. So we're gonna go over it now with a polish that'll bring up the paint to its highest point. So its clearest point. And one thing I did want to note, which I forgot earlier, that this car had already been washed in a very light clay bar. Really wasn't a lot on it. So I just kind of did like the mid from like the doors down on the bottom areas. Really not a lot, just because I don't want to agitate the paint too much. It is, original paint from 1988, so you got to kind of be careful with what you're doing on it. So I just want to give everyone a heads up on that. And if you are doing this yourself, that compounding process, when I'm doing the machine, I start on number 1 with the machine, I spread out the product, and then from there I turn it up about 4, maybe 5, depending on what's there. If you have like a somewhat of a deeper scratch, you could turn it up to 5 or 6 and really get it to heat up and remove that scratch. Other than that, I try to keep it low RPM, no higher than 3, maybe 4. Just especially with this older paint, you gotta be careful. Some of the edges are thinner. The last thing you want to do is take paint off, especially if it's your own car, because that's just the worst feeling. Then you gotta figure out, repairing it or whatever. So just take your time and go slow. The polishing process is a lot easier because you already corrected most of it. Now you're just bringing the clarity back up. So it goes a little bit quicker than the compounding. Because on the compounding, sometimes I went around the areas multiple times to make sure I got the dark, the deeper, swirls and scratches out. But the polishing is a lot more of a quicker process. And then after that, we'll get this baby its final wash, bring it back in, and we'll do the ceramic part. But let's get the polishing done. Oh, this is the, right after the polish. You can see that it's got an unbelievable shine to it. And this is before the ceramic coating goes on at all. So it's actually going to even get a little bit more sharper after the coating goes on. It gives it just that little bit of edge. Really pops, but you can tell that car is really in good shape. Came up really nice. I'm very happy with it. There were some areas that I was worried about, but it's a little smudge here. But no, it really came up nice. Basically all the swirls are gone. There's some areas that I really don't like to dig in too deep. So, may see a little bit of things here or there, but all in all, this car is looking amazing. Look at that depth. Really nice. Car was in great shape when it got here. Just needed that little bit of, that little extra pop, And I think we definitely satisfied that. All right, so next up is going to be just a really good rinse. I don't even like to touch it with soap or a pad or anything. What I'll do is I'll foam can it, power wash it off really good, really just get that little bit of dust off the edge there, and that's it. Then I'll dry it off, bring it back in, and then we'll get going on the coating. Stay tuned. All right, guys, it's the next day. Got the car washed, give it a really good rinse, dried it really well, and then I also wiped the whole thing down with an alcohol-based prep. Kind of like a Prepsol or any type of alcohol base, like a prepping product. Basically gets all the waxes and just the light dirt and stuff. Really cleans the surface really good. Just, gets all the additives. Because sometimes, like in the polishes, there's like an additive kind of to give it like almost like just like fills in all the imperfections. So you want to get all that out. So the ceramic fills in all those crevices, almost like another clear coat in a sense. So the ceramic, basically what it does is it fills in all those areas within the paint and then hardens, creates like a shell, like a glass shell on the paint. So almost as like another clear coat to protect the clear coat. And that's the best thing about the ceramic. One of my major things is the maintenance of it. Much easier to wash the car, dry the car, it doesn't get as dirty. That's why I like to do the wheels. Less brake dust buildup, stuff like that. But for the paint itself, it's an ultimate barrier. So it creates another barrier. So let's get started. Let me show you what I'm using. So the product I use, it's called Liquid Armor. And their newest product within their products, it's called titanium. And it's very hard, durable product. Use it on anything, use it on boats, you can use it on cars. You know, I've done some coach buses, some of those Provost, like big time commercial coach buses. You can use it on a lot of stuff. So how I apply it is with, and I always use a brand new microfiber pad. This is like I think it's like 3 inches by 4 inches. And basically what you do is you add, I put, on the first one you want to load it up a little bit, get it really covered on the whole thing, kind of get it, the whole pad covered with the product. And then as you go along, panel per panel, you add a couple of drops to kind of fill it in. So, and then I always use a brand new microfiber rag. Nice, I get these are the Kirkland rags from Costco. By far the best rags. You could spend a ton of money, get these edgeless, 400, blah, blah, blah rags. These are the best. And then what happens is after you use them on the ceramic, you wash them in vinegar. You can so it basically doesn't let the ceramic build onto the rag, so you can reuse those rags. And then I use them on the interiors and blah, 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 and other stuff. But always brand new when I'm doing the ceramic. Fold it up nice in the fours, and then you want to use the thicker side. There's 2 sides to these rags. So one's a thinner side, one's a, see this is a little bit more plush. So you want to use that side. And then you're going to put it on. Now with these rags, with these pads, they're big, so I can do a bigger surface. Got a lot more product. So I'll usually do like half the hood. And you just get it on there and make sure you cover the area nice and gently. You don't want to push too hard. And then go like this. And then with this product, you want to wait, you know, a minute or 2. Minute and a half, 2 minutes, something like that. Let it kind of flash, what they call. You'll see it start to haze up. And almost look like it's drying a little bit. Alright, now I'm just going to lightly start to buff it off. Very, very lightly. And just comes off very easy. Go around, make sure you get every little area, go around the whole area and apply it to it. Just make sure, you want to look at a certain angle, make sure you get everything. You don't want to leave any residue behind because it will build up and then get hard, and then you're going to have to polish it off. It'll leave what they call a high spot. And you can really see it, it's like a buildup and it's grainy. So if you don't get a spot, it almost looks like a rainbow. And you know, it look like rainbowy, and then they're kind of like grainy, and it's hard. So you got to polish it off the machine. But you know, so you want to just double check that you got every little bit of it off. Now this doesn't just go for this liquid armor. So if you go and you get, you know, Adams or chemical guys or whoever, you know, ceramic coating, because this particular product is a professional product only. So you have to be a certified installer to use this product. But what you want to, you know, you want to do this process for all those other ones as well. And you know, the newer products, the newer stuff is a lot better to use, a lot easier to use, user friendly. When I first started doing this, I don't know, 6 years ago, it was a real pain. Like you had to do like 1,000 coats, and you know, the second coat immediately would just lock up. And you'd be sitting there buffing off like crazy. You gotta really push hard, and But as you know, time evolves and technology gets better, and you got, you know, some of the newer products, like a graphene is also a good product. It's the, you know, you see the product actually like a dark colored black or a graphite color, and that's actually a really good product too if you can find a graphene coating. Those are really good. I use that as well. I use a couple of different products. One of them I'm actually in the process of getting set up to have my own coating with my own label and everything on it. So I've been working with somebody who's making it, and I've been testing it out. It is a graphene coating. So I'll let you guys know in the future about that, where you could buy it from me, and then, you know, I can have instructions on how to apply it as well. But this is kind of the overall process of doing it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you guys up on a time lapse, and I'm going to go around the whole car. Normally I do 2 full coats. You know, you can do more, but this titanium stuff is super thick, where you don't really have to do a lot. Some of the other coatings you want to do, like, you know, again, like this car, honestly, this car's never going to see the rain. I mean, I know the owner, he's anal, he's never going to see the rain, cloudy day, he's probably not going to be taking it out. So this, realistically, 2 coats on this car is going to last forever. But, you know, if you have, you know, a work truck or something like that, you know, even like my personal truck, my dually, I got, I think, 3 coats on there. And I did it probably almost 2 years ago now, and it acts like I just did it yesterday. So the more coats that you do will build up more and more layers of protection. But it depends on what you're doing. You know, so like this car, or like my other Camaro, I'd be honest with you guys, I did 1 coat on it, and it's unbelievable still. Beads up like you wouldn't believe. Blow, you know, use the leaf blower to blow it off. But you know, I'll do a review on that car. I think I did it not this past summer, the summer before. So we're almost coming up on 2 years. So maybe at the 2-year mark, I'll make a video on that and how that's holding up to, you know, 2 years of an indoor, you know, stored car. You know, how the ceramic holds up on it. But let me get you set up, and I'll get going. Well, guys, ended up using that light to go around the whole car. Not sure if you caught that, I think the video cut out. But I basically used that light to go around the car and put it up close to each panel and make sure I get all the ceramic off. So I did it on the first pass, did it on the second pass, and then I went around, cleaned the wheels, coated the front of the wheels, and then you know, clean up the glass, and let's check it out and see how it came out. Well guys, pretty much it for this one. Excited how it came out. Car is beautiful. I'm not sure if he's going to be at Carlisle this year, but he may, so take a look out for it. If you live in the Long Island area, definitely look for it in some of the local bigger shows. He goes to a bunch of shows, mainly on Sundays. Some of the big ones like Tobay Beach. I think he actually won an award end of last year at the Tobay Beach show, which is pretty cool. And you know, Bald Hill stuff, maybe OBI, stuff like that. Keep an eye out for it. But that's going to wrap it up on this one. We'll have a video of this. I'm mocking up the exhaust. So I have it mocked up right now in aluminum, but I may do titanium instead. Now that I see how pretty easy it mocked up. But so stay tuned for that. That'll be the next one. And thanks for checking in. Have a good day.